Hello, it is Sunday again. Um, Today's the 28th, so it's almost the end of April, and that means I've been here about a month and a week. It's 5 weeks total, and that means about 7 weeks left. Um, yeah, not too many exciting updates this week. On Monday, I felt good. I did training in the morning and then training in the afternoon, and then running in the morning too. And I had a lot of energy on Monday. Um, last week I did the massage on Saturday, and then I felt good after the weekend trip. And then Tuesday I didn't feel that great. I felt like I was starting to get a sinus infection, which is fairly normal for me, but I mean, there's only so much you can do about it because I have a deviated septum, so it's pretty normal to get sinus infections often, and especially um, there are a lot of times where it'll be very humid and then very dry back to back here. I'm sure that doesn't help with it, and it's kind of getting into the rainy season soon. So I'm sure part of it is just the change in weather on top of everything else. But yeah, Tuesday I started feeling like I was about to get sick, and then Wednesday the hotel here had a power and water outage um, after the morning training session. So I got back here at 10. I didn't know how long it had been off for, but it was off until almost 6 p.m. So it was like between 8 and 10 hours with no power, no water. Um, and because it was after training, I had a scrape in my arm and on my shoulder that I cleaned with alcohol and then with saline, just because I wasn't able to take a shower. I wasn't sure when it was coming back on. Eventually, what I did was I just used uh, the 1.5 liter water bottles, and I just used two of those and took a shower that way. It was very very cold. Um, I mean, even without air conditioning, those bottles felt very very cold. Um, but yeah, Wednesday I just did the morning session, trying to rest a little bit more. Thursday I did a private session, in addition to the morning one, and that it all went okay. Still feeling all right on Thursday. Still felt like I was getting a sinus infection, and then Thursday night uh, I ended up getting food poisoning. So I mean, it wasn't as bad as the last time I had it, like a week or two ago, but it's still really uncomfortable. I didn't sleep that well on Thursday night, and I was just like, after Thursday night, I was just feeling nauseous every time after I eat. Luckily, I still kind of had somewhat regular appetite, and I could still drink water fine. Because that's usually what I do. Anytime there's something going on, I just drink more water, and because usually it kind of helps things pass a little quicker. Um, and then Friday, I noticed that because I have a cut on this arm, and then on the shoulder, on the back of my arm too. Uh, they just I could tell Friday that they weren't healing right. Like especially in the afternoon on Friday, I was going to go to just the private lesson. I skipped the morning because I didn't sleep that well, and because my stomach still wasn't feeling that good. I figured I'll try and do the 1 hour because it's more technique anyway. It's not super cardio heavy, um, and my scooter had dead battery. So Friday I walked to the gym. I showed up a little bit later than I normally would. One of the other trainers said that the trainer is sick, so he was canceling that lesson, which was okay because I didn't feel that great either. I walked back here, sent a text to the owner of the gym to ask them if they could cancel my private session Saturday because I knew I wasn't going to feel that good after. Um, and then what I ended up having to do was I pushed the scooter to a repair shop, which is like 2 kilometers from here. Yeah, that Wednesday that it was that there was no power or water, it was like 90 some degrees. It's 30, 35 Celsius. It's very hot here. But yeah, with no AC or anything, I was dying. And then Saturday morning felt the same way because I already knew I was sick. I already knew I had this infection on my arm, and so Saturday morning I had to push the scooter to the repair shop, and I was like trying to wipe the sweat out of my eyes on the way there. Got it fixed, so that was easy enough. And then I had to come back here, take a shower, and then later take the scooter so I could get to the doctor. Um, and so now I've got I've got 2 separate antibiotics, one for the sinus infection and one for the skin infection from the cuts. And then I've got stuff for the food poisoning also. Um, and I'm just kind of taking it from there. They did give me an iodine to clean out the cuts. So I mean they're getting better, but it's another like probably 5 or 6 days that I can't go to sessions. At least like today would be rest anyway, but it's frustrating to not be able to go into the gym because that's the whole point of why I'm here is to go and do the training and everything, and it's one of the things I've enjoyed most here. I do like the trying to do weekend trips, but I mean, if I've got a skin infection, I can't very well go like visit the islands or go on like a jungle trail or something because it's going to make it all worse. So for right now, I've just got to wait again. Um, that's that's most of the update this week, I guess. It's just kind of bad luck for right now, but yeah, I was getting a little nervous about the coaching certification because as of now I've done 5 hours of the private lessons and I need 20 hours for the certification. So it's gonna be tough. I was trying to do 3 a week, but then I mean it took a while for me to even get started with them just because I had an infection before and had to take a whole week off. And that one was much worse. I will say this time it's a lot more mild. I've only got around my elbow, uh, like back of my arm, and then like a couple spots. Like there was one blister on my other leg, and then one on my shoulder. But hopefully this should go a lot quicker. Um, it's tough. I I mean I can handle this stuff in the gym like even if it's accidents with sparring, like I think it was I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday morning. No, it had to be Tuesday because either Tuesday or Wednesday. One of those days was like it was a tough day in the gym, but it was like that stuff doesn't bother me. Like there was one of the days where I got kicked in the crotch during sparring. Because I mean, when some people like front kick, they're not they're not getting high enough because they're afraid you're going to catch it or something, so they'll kick a little too low. And I got one of those, and then one of the guys when we were working on clinch um, had his knee across, like you can put your knee across somebody to stop them from hitting you with their knees because your leg is like a bar across here to stop their leg from coming up. So he had me like that. He had his knee across, And normally I'm expecting you to stay there when you do that, but he headed across and then pushed it, and I just like it knocked the wind out of me or something. So I was down for a few minutes after that. But it's like that stuff doesn't bother me. It's just I'm getting caught up with all the stuff outside the gym, unfortunately. So it's just kind of waiting it out right now. But yeah, I mean that's about it. Um, Looking forward to whenever I can go. When I went to the doctor, they kind of laughed at me because I asked anytime anytime I've been in there, and I ask them every time when do you think I can go back, and they kind of laughed and said give it a few days and then come back and check with us. So that's about as much as I got for right now. But yeah, hopefully better news next week. See ya.